Just got a couple minutes left until we send you back out to Indianapolis to get the first half call. But let's break down this game a little bit. Maryland, which section of their team stands out to you most in terms of what you want to see tonight from them?
Well, I think for Maryland in this game, they need a repeat performance of what they did last time, and that was their seniors. And Brianna Jones, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough combined for 51 of Maryland's points the last time these two teams matched up. Again, I'm just a huge Brianna Jones fan. I think she's still in that Naismith hunt for the Naismith Player of the Year. But it's because she just does such a good job. She's not just a body in there as a post player. She moves extremely well. She knows where to position herself to get rebounds. About a third of her shots, scoring, come off of offensive glass. So when you command that much attention defensively, that opens things up for outside. And when you've got a shooter the caliber of Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, that's why they score 90 points a game in their first in the NCAA.
They're pretty darn impressive there. That being said, there are seniors on the other side. Michigan State's got a few that stand out as well, no?
Yeah, absolutely. Tori Jankowski's I think she's probably one of the league favorites, fan favorites, that's for sure, because she's a player that can keep you in games. There were several times where everybody thought the Spartans were done, and then Tori Jankowski decided to take things over. She has extremely long range. She can get to the rim. She's a tremendous passer, a great defender. She will lock down the other team's best player. She can find the open player. I think this is a Tori Jankowski that is playing on a mission. Obviously, she's one of the best three-point shooter in the league in terms of makes per game. I like her motor. I like the way she's playing right now. I think she's brought great leadership to this Spartan team.
What do you think happened yesterday? Jankowski, by no means had a bad game. She had 14 points, but she averages 22. So she had about half. Was there something that they did defensively to her in the game that maybe Maryland can go, you know, we might try to do that?
Well, I definitely think that they focused on her, you know, and when you key that much on her, plus the other thing is you got to remember she was defending Flaherty quite a bit,
right,
and she was working her tail off to play defense. But the other thing that's really great about her is she doesn't have to score all the points. If you're going to lock down on her and take away opportunities, she'll find her open teammates, and that's what she did yesterday extremely well. So she is just an all-around player. She's not just a one-dimensional three-point shooter. Everybody talks about that in terms of her play, but she can do a little bit of everything.
Right, and like you said, there are other options. I mean, AG and Allen each had a dozen points in the last game. Coco Gaines ended up leading the team with 18 points. So even if Jankowski is brought down or focused on, there are other weapons for Michigan State. How will it matter? And will there be another defensive slugfest against a high-scoring team like we just saw? That's happening right now. For Shelley Till, I'm Mike Hall. We'll see you back here at halftime. For now, out to Indy. Take it away, Elise.
I'm the greatest. March means upsets. Purdue had the recipe. The Boilermaker D, the headline. Holding Player of the Year Kelsey Mitchell to a season-low 9 points. The Boiler backcourt, sensational. 24 for Morissetti. 20 for the freshman Odin. The #1 seed is out after the first semifinal. Can it be a Cinderella Saturday ×2? It all unfolds here tonight in Indy. We wrap up our women's basketball coverage on BTN with the 2 versus the 6 showdown. Michigan State and Maryland in our second semifinal. We have 1 game down tonight, 1 more to go. Purdue now can advance to win possibly its 10th tourney title and waits for its opponent. It will be either the Terps or the Spartans. Happy you could join us for our final women's basketball broadcast here on BTN with the Maryland Hall of Famer Christy Winter-Scott. I'm Lisa Byington. 1 semifinal down, 1 upset. Can we get 2 in 1 day?
If we do, I need to get my blood pressure regulated, because when you have a team like Purdue who has a determined mind and spirit, they can do anything. And you've seen them now win 7 games in a row because of their defensive prowess, holding Ohio State to a season-low 60 points, coming off of a 99-point performance the day before against Northwestern.
To our matchup here tonight, Maryland and Michigan State have a couple of scoring guards to keep your eye on, starting with Shatori Walker-Kimbrough for the Terps.
Well, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, she scores silently. You look at the stat sheet after the game and see that she has 28 points. She just does it with effort, and grace. Tori Jankowska, I call her the Swiss Army knife of Big Ten women's basketball. She gets it done all over the court, offensively and defensively. When Michigan State needs a bucket, Tori Jankowska will have the ball in her hands. And after the game, will she have a smile on her face like that one? That has yet to be seen.
It's part of our marquee matchup. These are their numbers of what they've done this year in the Big Ten tournament. Maryland's Brenda Freese giving us a chance moments ago to listen in to her pregame speech.
It is going to be 40 minutes of an all-out level, mental toughness, physical toughness that we embrace. We go out and we play Maryland basketball for 40 minutes. Here we go. Here we go, Black. Play hard on 3. 1, 2, 3. Play hard.
It's Maryland basketball that has gotten to the Terps to a perfect record in the Big Ten tournament. Since becoming a Big Ten member, Maryland has never lost in conference tournament play. Time now to go to our public address announcer, Pete Friedman, with the lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 12 of the 2017 Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament. Today's game features the 6th seed Michigan State Spartans versus the 2nd seed Maryland Terrapins. Let's meet the TireRack.com starting lineups. At forward for Michigan State, a 6'1" freshman from Maryville, Indiana, number 15, Victoria Gaines. At guard for Maryland, a 6'1" freshman from Glendale, Maryland, number 3, Kyla Charles. At forward for Michigan State, a 6'4" senior from Fishers, Indiana, number 32, Taya Reimer. At center for Maryland, a 6'3" senior from Hubbard Grace, Maryland, number 42, Brianna Jones. At guard for Michigan State, a 5'11" junior from Detroit, Michigan, number 10, Brandy Agee. At guard for Maryland, a 5'11" senior from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, number 32, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. At guard for Michigan State, a 5'5" freshman from East Lansing, Michigan, number 4, Taryn McCutcheon. At guard for Maryland, a 5'9" junior from Solon, Ohio, number 12, Kristen Confroy. At guard for Michigan State, a 5'8" senior from Freeland, Michigan, number 1, Tori Jankowska. At guard for Maryland, a 5'7" freshman from Meridian, Idaho, number 5, Destiny Slocum. And introducing the head coaches for Michigan State, Susie Merchant, and for Purdue, Brenda Freese.
All right, so the stage is set as the two head coaches greet each other. Our final semifinal and game of the women's basketball season here on BTN. Our Buffalo Wild Wings starting lineup, you heard it. McCutcheon and A.G. Jankowska. Gaines coming off of a career-high 18 against Michigan last night. Taya Reimer, the graduate student from Michigan State, and a mix between freshmen and veterans in that lineup for the Maryland Terrapins, highlighted by, in the middle, Brianna Jones, putting up some of the best numbers in the country.
Brianna Jones shoots the ball at such an efficient clip, 69% for the senior post player for the Terps.
Leads the Big Ten in double-doubles. Charles is a freshman, Slocum a freshman. The two seniors for Maryland, Walker-Kimbrough and Jones. This is Tori Jankowska's last postseason go-around.
Just that look on Shatori Walker-Kimbrough's face, it never changes. She is stoic, but she is a fierce competitor. It's like a duck that you see on the pond. They look calm on the top, but their feet are working underneath. That is her mindset coming into this semifinal game.
She hit 6 threes against Minnesota and made it look easy. And we're off for our second semifinal. Michigan State in the whites, Maryland in the black jerseys.
Maryland in man-to-man defense, they apply tremendous pressure. And watch their screening actions. They're going to bring Bree Jones for some hard hedges. Jones has to hustle back to recover against Reimer.
They go right inside to test the defense of Jones.
Michigan State doing a terrific job there testing the recovery defensively. If you're going to hard hedge, then try to hit Reimer quickly, and that's exactly what they got from that.
Quick hands for Michigan State. Tourney Jankowska coming in, averaging 22 points per game. Arguably one of the better individual senior seasons across the country.
And she is just tremendous in terms of her skill set, offensively and defensively. You have to respect her off the bounce. You have to respect the step-back game as well that she just displayed. But defensively, she can get it done on that side of the court. 8 rebounds as a guard on average on the season.
We want to study about how to create some space off the dribble. Study Tourney Jankowska. How about the freshman, McCutcheon, trying to dribble after it. Conversation with Susie Merchant. I had asked her, what do you need to change? These teams met once. Maryland got that victory. You see the record in the Big Ten tournament. She gave a list about 5 or 6 different things, and she said, I have 3 pages worth.
Of course. There are a lot of weapons that you need to contend with Maryland. All 5 positions can score at an efficient clip. Double-figure scores all over the court.
Defensive transition always big when you play Maryland. They lead the country. 90 points per game the Terps will get.
And also plus 16 on the boards as well. And Maryland, when they get those second chance opportunities in there with Brianna Jones, and we already discussed her shooting at a 69% clip in there, doesn't miss many.
Terry McCutcheon with her first personal sends Shatori Walker-Kimbrough to the line. Cool, calm, collected. Makes both.
Now Maryland can apply some pressure in a 1-2-2 full court look after the made shot. Containing the tempo of Michigan State. Both of these teams want to get up and down.
Jankowska's first 3 look is pure.
Terrific execution coming off with that foot stepping in over the screen. Excellent execution by Tourney Jankowska in Michigan State.
You see her numbers in the Big Ten tournament. She didn't have to put up big numbers against Michigan last night. And Jones with the putback.
And there are those second chance points that Maryland relies on. Brianna Jones right there, and we said she doesn't miss many down in the paint. She has great hands.
Slocum, Hawkins, Jankowska. Reimer with the pull-up.
That time Reimer pulled all the way out to the corner, and Kristen Confroy had to help out. That was Bree Jones' cover on the recovery from the screen.
Jones again, back-to-back for the senior.
People were surrounding Bree Jones on the catch, but once she catches it, that's too late for the defense. You've got to deny her some touches inside.
Reimer from the baseline. So both seniors for Maryland have all 6 points. Walker-Kimbrough couldn't get to it.
And this is what I mean. It's too late. Destiny Slocum sees Shatori Walker-Kimbrough there and gets tipped, but nobody can stop her once she gets the ball. Brianna Jones has the best hands in the business when it comes to finishing inside as a post player.
Maryland with a 1-point edge.
See how far Reimer is? They're trying to pull Bree Jones away from the basket.
Brandy Agee off balance. Agee has been such a huge offensive addition in the second half of conference play for Michigan State.
Well, she's a hybrid player. As Michigan State now in the 3-2 zone, she can post up Kristen Confroy in there, and that's how she had the advantage for Michigan State inside.
Walker-Kimbrough shoots 46% from 3. Couldn't get her first attempt from back there.
And Brandy Agee played underneath the screen on that one, and Walker Kimbrough couldn't take advantage.
Here's Charles. Kyla Charles, nothing but net.
Kyla Charles, nice